Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 5 of Scrapbooking 101 here at Paper House Productions. We are going to be taking a look today at embellishing and how to put the finishing touches on your layout. So we will be diving into that here in just a moment. Let me get my computer all set and we'll be ready to roll. Okay, I've got a little bit, I always wake up with allergies, I guess dust from my ceiling fan or something. So I've got a little bit of congestion going this morning. So I apologize for that, but let's dive into this layout nonetheless. Now I did decide that to try and embellish 3 layouts all in one setting was going to be really long and possibly kind of challenging to make that mental shift in between layouts for me. So I'm going to break this into 3 different videos. I am not sure exactly when the other 2 will go live, or if they'll be live or just straight up videos, but they will be coming in the next few days. So just keep your eye out here on the Facebook page for those. I have commitments at 10 o'clock the next 2 days. Otherwise, I just stick with 10 o'clock. But they'll be coming. So I'm going to start today with the basketball one. Mostly because this one I really had like tons of ideas for. And so I thought I would just dive right in. Now, you can see right now it's very simple, straightforward, and definitely not done. Even though we're into the 5th step, if you will, on this. It's going to go from looking very simple to getting very complicated quickly, okay? So the first thing I did was I took some patterned paper and did some fussy cutting. And I did it off screen because we'd be sitting here all day if I did it on screen. But I took this hexagonal paper and cut out the individual chains. So this was the back side of this paper. So I'm still using the same patterned paper, getting bang for my buck on that, for some embellishing. And patterned paper is one of my favorite things to use for embellishing because, again, bang for your buck. It's $1.50 a sheet, and as much of it as you can use is great. So what I did is, my idea was to make little hexagonal chains coming down from here. So I am going to go ahead and just start attaching those, and you'll see how quickly this transforms the layout. And this is, again, just a really simple way looking at paper. I spend a lot of time just sitting and looking at paper, trying to figure out if there's something that can be done with it that's unique. And we talked a little bit about that a couple days ago, and you're seeing it applied in action when it comes to the embellishing part. It's just a fun approach to tackling it. So you can see as I'm adding these, I'm varying the lengths. That's just going to add some interest to the whole thing. And I had laid this out ahead of time, so I knew it would work and look good. One of the things I also like about this is that it adds some color, some additional colors in, without being overwhelming, without going away from the color scheme, but just by creating a different, additional push in there. Now, as I approach embellishing, there's several things I try to keep in mind. I try and keep scale in mind. So because I don't have any gigantic elements on here at this point, I don't really want to add in huge hexagons unless I've got a specific plan for them within a cluster or something like that. I don't want to add in a different shade of color. So I don't want to add in a different orange. I want to keep my oranges the same. There's a lot of little things that your eye is looking for. And part of that is just training your eye to know what to look for. And that is a lot of just trial and error. But you can see already that has taken the layout from being very simple and basic to already to another level. You'll remember we're working with this sketch. Very, very basic sketch, right? It doesn't even tell you where to put any embellishments. So we started really with that very basic look, and then we're building up from there. And again, that's the beauty of working with a sketch. You can take it whatever direction you want. Now I had a couple ideas for the top here. I'm thinking about either, let me make sure. Yep, see, I almost lost you on camera there. Make sure I want to have either this, which brings in the color from down below, or this, which just is bold and fits with the bold contrast that I've already got going. Or, no, I definitely don't want a combination of both. So right there, like, I'm looking at that and saying, in my mind, it was a nice idea, but look how the lines don't match up. So that is not going to work. So then I have to just choose which one is better. And I think I really actually prefer this, although neither one of them is really bad. I don't think I can really go wrong. But I think I like this better. So I'm going to go with that. And that's all, you know, some of you out there watching are probably going, no, 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 I like the other one better. That is what makes scrapbooking cool. You pick what you think looks good and you roll with it. I'm overlapping here a little bit. I'm going to switch to my dots here. Yeah, so what one person thinks looks really good, somebody else might think, I would have gone the other route. And that's okay. That's art. I mean, every artist out there goes through that. Where I might love Monet, you might not like him at all. And that is just the beauty of it. You'll also find that there's a lot of people who like your stuff though too. So it's just a matter of being confident in your own decision and rolling with it. So you can see that really brings the color to both the top and the bottom and adds some busyness to the top that was lacking up in that white space. Now I could have also fussy cut some more and gone up with that, just like this, but I felt like that was going to be overwhelming and I don't want to distract too much from the pictures and the title. Now I do have my journaling spot, which yesterday when I wrote on it, I wrote crooked, so I cut out a new one, and I'm going to add that in here as I add in my final embellishments, but I didn't want to commit to that quite yet. So I pulled out some different embellishments from Paper House. Now they have these sports micro stickers that might work in there. They have cardstock stickers in the basketball theme. They have these essential stickers in the basketball theme, which you can see has really cool foiling. They also have 3D stickers, which I have used up because my kids are all basketball players. So I don't have any of those on hand, but I'm going to work with what I do have. As you can, you know, we've already talked about, I've done a ton here with patterned paper. At this point, all this layout is my pictures and patterned paper. One thing that we like to do within scrapbooking, within art, is to try and create a visual triangle. So as I'm approaching this, I'm going to see if I can do that. Because of the setup of this, it may not be possible, but we'll see. And if I am able to do that, I'll talk you through that. If I'm not today, I'll talk you through it in the next couple of things. So right now, like, I don't know where I'm going, so bear with me as I move things around and just start kind of placing things to see what I like where and if it will work in different spots. This part is really hard to plan out ahead of time, so you kind of just have to go with the flow. So a couple of things I'm looking at here. I don't really want these basketballs up against this because the oranges might clash or they'll get lost if they are the same color. Also, since I have this basketball and this basketball, I don't want to get too much of the same thing going on. So I'm considering that. I do know that I want my journaling somewhere up here, and I think creating a cluster around that is going to be a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and secure this. And one of the things I do tend to do is put my stickers down really lightly so that I can pull them back up if I want to move things later. Because sometimes you think, oh yeah, that looks really good there, but then you realize it might look even better somewhere else. And so that is how I get a lot of my stuff done within this. And I'm just trying to figure out the perfect placement here. I'm not sure there is a perfect placement with these shapes, but trying to cover up that top corner. Yeah, I don't know. That, okay, we'll call it good there. Okay, now I want to create a cluster of stickers here around this. So I have got these that might work. No. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm gonna lightly stick that on there and kind of see how it lands. I do like that one on there. Okay, I'm happy with that. That there, and then I think I need like one more thing there, but that might be like just an enamel dot or some Nuvo drops. And that would leave me enough room to write a little bit of details on there. Okay, so I've got that. Now, I think, honestly, I'm not going to add too much more because I don't think there's a good way to add too much more without losing my pictures. So I'm going to just stand up and look at it from above and see. Okay, so I'm happy with how that looks. It's pretty simple, but that's okay. It still has some added detail in there that makes it interesting. I am going to pull in, these are Nuvo drops, which are just basically like liquid enamel dots, and allow you to add in some extra pops of color or white or whatever. I think I may pull in some blue here and just add a drop right here. Come on, disconnect. It's always on live that these things happen. Okay, there we go. And one more little drop. Let me clean off the top of this real quick. See if that helps. Okay, and then I'd add a drop here. And this is just a really easy way to add some extra dimension. And then I think I'm going to just create kind of a little splitter splatter, if you will, of them going up. From the journaling spot. Okay. And then those will dry. These are not from Paper House. These are from Tonic, I believe. Or just, no, straight up Nuvo, I think you can find if you look for them. They're always a finishing touch for me. That or enamel dots, just adding a little bit of extra on there. But you can see like how quickly I was able to transform this from very simple to more detailed and looking really finished. Obviously I need to go back and add my journaling in, but you have got all the major elements that you need for a layout. 3 pictures, you've got a title, you've got your embellishment, you've got lots of pattern paper, and it tells the story well, but also allows you to express your creativity. So this one's done. Look for the final picture on the Paper House Instagram page coming up. And then stay tuned. Keep your eye out for us to go live with the next 2 layouts. As I said, it will be in the next couple days. It'll either be a live video or keep an eye out just for a video coming up on the Facebook page on Paper House, and we will be rounding out the other 2 layouts. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and we will see you again with the rest of them.